All right, so we just did 47 through 50 on your ACT. So what's your homework tonight to look at?
Check those.
Check those, right? Check them. All right, let's get your study guides that I gave you yesterday. Grab your study guides that I gave you yesterday. Okay, I'll get you one. All right, so remember that we marked off number 7, and we marked out number 10 and 11. So 7, 10, and 11. And then we marked out number 14. So 7, 10, 11, and 14. 7, 10, 11, 14. All right, here we go. We ready? Let me find my pencil. All right, let's do one from each section. What about number 1 through 4? Which one of those do you want me to do? Any of them? Which one? 1 through 4. Pick one. 1? Okay, so what did the directions say to do on number 1?
Use synthetic division.
That should say synthetic substitution, not division. Good grief. Holy moly. Didn't even notice that. All right, here we go. So when synthetic substitution, what number are you going to plug in? Does it tell you to plug in first? 5. Here you go. That goes in the little box. Are you missing any exponents on number 1? So I got -2, 3, -1, 10, and 12. So here we go. Bring down the -2, multiply by the 5, and you get how much? -10. Add 3 plus -10. Multiply 5 times -7, and you get? Add them, you get -36. Multiply 5 times -36. How much is that? That's a big number. 50, 70. How much?
I got -180.
180? Okay. All right, add them, and you get -170. Multiply 5 times -170. And how much is that? 5, 6, 850? 5, 6. Yep. Add them, and you get how much? 8. Yep. Okay, so when it says use synthetic substitution, what is your answer? F of 5 equals how much? -838. It's just your remainder, okay? That's it. Does that make sense to everybody? Pretty easy. And then it tells you to do the same thing, but plug in -2. Now, you're on a test, and you want to make sure that that answer is correct, because there's a few of us that can't afford anything less than like a C or a passing grade. So how do I make sure that that's the correct answer? Plug it in. You ready? All right, here we go. Grab your calculators. Get off your phone. Type it in. -2. And then instead of x, what am I going to plug in for x? 5. And then 5 is to what power? The 4th. And then plus 3. And instead of x, what am I going to plug in? 5. And that's to the 3rd power. Minus, instead of x, I'm going to plug in 5 squared. Plus 10 times 5. And then plus 12. And look at what you get. Y'all okay? You have to do this way in order to get credit on your test. You have to do this way in order to get credit on your test. This is just so that you can check your words. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, all right, all right. What about the next section? The next section says, let's see, you want to do 5, 6, 8, or 9? Which one? Doesn't matter. They're all the same thing. 6? Okay. So what do the directions say for 6? Anybody? Don't everybody speak at once. What's the direction say on number 6? Bless you. On number 6. Okay, look right here, guys. It gives you a factor. If I were to set that equal to 0, what number would you get for x if you were to set x plus 4 equal to 0? you get x equals negative 4. So that's what goes in the little box right there is negative 4, okay? Good, Colin? Okay, so am I missing any exponents? Nope. So I got 1, 1, negative 16, negative 16. All right, bring the 1 down. What's 1 times negative 4? Negative 4. What's 1 plus negative 4? Negative 3. What's negative 3 times negative 4? Oh, yep, positive 12. I was putting a negative. What's negative 16 plus 12? Negative 4. Multiply negative 4 and negative 4, and you get positive 16. Add them, and you get 0. All right, so what's my answer? What's 1 less than 3? 2. So you got 1x to the 2 minus 3x minus 4. So all you got to do is factor that. What are the factors of 4 that add or subtract to be negative 3? Negative 4 plus 1, Tyler. Very good. And then you cut it and set each of those equal to 0. So this one you get negative 1. This one you get positive 4. Are y'all okay? Basically, if you can do long division, all this test is long division. All right, what about the last section down here? You get this one you got to use your calculator for. So if you don't have a calculator, go get one. Quick, 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 quick. All right, what about find the zeros? Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do 12 or 13 or 15? 12, 13? Okay. All right, you got your calculators? Got your calculators? Got your calculators? Get off your phone, get off your calculator. All right, here we go. So where do we go to figure out what all the zeros are? Y equals. Ready? Typing it in? You ready, Karen? All right, x to the 4th, right? Remember how we learned to type this in yesterday? X to the 4th, and then subtract x to the 3rd. Subtract x squared. Subtract x. Subtract 2. Anybody having issues plugging that in? All right, what do we hit from there? Really graph. Very good. Hold on, let it think. Ooh. Okay, so you can see 2 of them. What's the 2 that you can see? What number is that? Negative 1, is that right? And that one looks like positive 2? Okay, the one on the left is usually the easiest one, so let's use negative 1. Here we go. So we've got, what number was this? 13? So negative 1 goes in your box. What were your numbers? 1, negative 1, negative 1. Negative 1 and negative, golly, that's a lot of 1s. All right, here we go. Bring down the 1. Multiply, you get negative 1. Add, you get negative 2. Bless you. Multiply, you get positive 2. Add, you get positive 1. Multiply, you get negative 1. Add, you get negative 2. Multiply, you get positive 2. Add, you get 0. All right, what was my exponent to start with? What was your biggest exponent to start with? 4? Okay, so what's 1 less than 4? So this is x to the 3. This is minus 2x squared. This is a plus 1x, or just an x. And this is a minus 2. How many terms do you have? 4. What do you do when you have 4 terms? Group. What's the first 2 have in common? X squared, which leaves me with x minus 2. You always take this front sign right here, so it's going to be a plus sign. And what do these 2 have in common? What does x and negative 2 have in common? Well, just a 1. There you go. And you know you did it right. How do you know you did it right?
If they're the same.
If they're the same. Very good. So you can bring it to the front, x minus 2 and x squared plus 1. Cut them in half. X minus 2 equals 0 means that x equals 2. X squared plus 1 equals 0 means that x squared equals negative 1. square root. And what's the square root of negative 1?
Square root of
Plus and minus I. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. All right, all right. What about that bottom section down there? Do y'all remember doing 16, 17, and 20? Y'all remember doing that stuff yesterday? Pretty easy? All right, all the answers are right here. The answers are going to do you no good because what's going to do you good tomorrow is the work. Not tomorrow, excuse me. Friday. Yes, thank you. I don't think I can fit this whole thing in here. Can I? It's going to be close. There. That's about as good as I can get. Can y'all see all that now? Good enough? Okay. All right, here we go. So if getting your groups together, work together, put your music in if you want to, check your answers, ask questions. You got a test. What's today? Tuesday? So you got a test on Thursday.